All right, so today we're diving into Mahjong sets. Picking one can feel kind of overwhelming, especially if you're new to the game.
Sure.
But by the end of this deep dive, you'll know exactly what to look for when choosing the perfect set for all your Mahjong nights.
Absolutely. And it's not as complicated as it seems.
Right. And today we're focusing on GammonVillage. It's an online store that specializes in American-style Mahjong.
Right.
They've got this amazing collection that goes from like practical and durable all the way up to, luxurious and artistic.
It's true. You can really find something for every taste and budget there.
Okay, so let's start with the cases because you got to keep those tiles safe, right?
Definitely.
And GammonVillage has a pretty impressive variety.
They do.
They've got everything from super sturdy cases to ones that are more stylish.
Yeah, like it's important to have a case that can handle travel and, just regular use, especially if you're taking your set to different places.
Exactly. And for like the ultimate in durability, they have those White Swan aluminum cases.
Oh, yeah. Those are great.
With the reinforced handles and corner protectors and those like really satisfyingly solid latches.
Yeah, they're built to last.
Perfect for the player who's always on the go.
For sure. Now, aluminum cases are great for protection, but they can be a little heavy.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Which is where the wheeled cases come in.
Oh, yeah. Those are so convenient.
They are. Same durability as the aluminum ones, but so much easier to move around.
I was just thinking if you've got a heavier set of tiles like those beautiful Bakelite ones, a wheeled case would be a lifesaver. No more sore arms after game night.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance between practicality and what you personally prefer.
Right, because some people just prefer a certain look.
And if you're going for style over function, they also have soft-sided bags from brands like Linda Lee and Metro Mah Jongg.
Yeah, I love those. The Linda Lee bags have a really elegant vibe, I think.
They do.
And the Metro Mah Jongg ones are kind of sportier and modern.
Yeah, it's great that they offer options for different tastes.
It is. So many choices.
And those soft bags have that clever V-shaped design, which makes packing the tiles way easier.
So that's a good point. I hate it when the tiles are all jumbled up in the case.
Right. Makes it much easier to set up and pack up.
Okay, so we've talked about keeping those tiles safe and sound. But now let's move on to the heart of the game.
For the tiles themselves.
The tiles themselves, exactly.
Every GammonVillage set comes with everything you need to play. All 166 tiles, pushers, racks, dice, scoring chips, and even a rulebook for beginners.
It's like they've thought of everything.
They really have.
Now I'm really curious about the tile designs themselves. Because some people like that classic look, while others might be into something more modern or even artistic.
Right, and they have a fantastic range. You can find sets with really intricate designs, minimalist aesthetics, and pretty much everything in between.
Oh, cool. So there's something for everyone.
Yeah, there really is.
And what about the pushers?
Oh, yeah, the pushers.
I know some players are very particular about how those feel in their hands.
Absolutely. GammonVillage offers a variety of materials for those too, from simple wood to acrylic, what feels right for you.
I can imagine that makes a big difference in the game.
It does, yeah. It can change how you play.
Now, speaking of things that feel luxurious, I have to ask about the Artisan Butterfly Collection by Linda Lee.
Oh, yes. Those are beautiful.
These sets sound absolutely stunning. I was browsing their website earlier and they caught my eye.
They are truly beautiful. The tiles feature these extra large butterfly designs.
Wow.
And the set comes in this gorgeous quilted bag.
It sounds like the perfect set for someone who really wants to elevate their Mahjong experience.
Yeah, it's a very luxurious take on the classic Mahjong set.
It must feel amazing to play with those tiles.
It's definitely an experience, but, whether you're drawn to the luxurious or the practical, the classic or the modern, the most important thing is to choose a set that really resonates with you.
So true, because it's not just about the physical set, is it?
No, not at all.
It's about the experience you create around the table.
You've hit the nail on the head. It really is about the experience. And choosing a Mahjong set is kind of about envisioning what kind of Mahjong player you are and the atmosphere you want to create.
Okay, let's talk about that then, the Mahjong experience.
Okay.
What are some things players should consider when they're trying to match their ideal set to their playing style and the kind of atmosphere they want to create?
Well, first, you got to think about where you'll be playing most often. Are you planning to host games at home? Or will you be traveling to different locations for Mahjong nights?
It's a good point. The aluminum case might be perfect for someone who's always on the move.
Right.
But maybe a bit much for someone who mostly plays at their kitchen table.
Exactly. And how about the overall vibe you're going for? Do you want those relaxed game nights with friends,
Yeah.
filled with laughter and casual conversation? Or are you thinking about joining a Mahjong league
Hmm.
and embracing a more competitive atmosphere?
I could see how those different scenarios would call for different sets. You know, a more intricate tile design might add a touch of elegance to a casual gathering,
Hmm.
while a minimalist set might feel more appropriate for serious gameplay.
Right. It's all about creating an experience that feels authentic to you and the way you like to play.
Makes sense.
And don't forget about the practical considerations. If you're playing in a smaller space, a compact set might be a better choice. And if you have any visual impairments, larger tiles with bolder designs could be helpful.
Those are all great things to keep in mind.
Yeah,
It really is about personalizing the experience.
it is.
Now, I have a confession to make.
Oh,
I used to think cases were just a practical necessity.
okay.
But after browsing through GammonVillage's collection, I'm starting to see them as an extension of personal style.
I completely agree. The case is the first thing people see, and it can really set the tone for the game.
Right.
Like, a sleek aluminum case might signal a more serious approach, while a colorful soft bag could convey a sense of fun and lightheartedness.
It's like choosing an outfit for your Mahjong set.
Exactly.
And speaking of outfits, we can't forget about the pushers.
Oh, yeah, the pushers.
I've noticed that some players get really attached to their favorite pushers.
Oh, absolutely. The feel of the pusher in your hand can really impact your game. Some people prefer the smooth glide of acrylic, while others enjoy the weight and texture of wood.
But beyond the aesthetics, I think it's the idea of elevating the Mahjong experience, turning it into something truly special.
I can see that. It's like choosing a set that reflects not only your love for the game, but also your appreciation for art and craftsmanship.
It's almost like having a piece of art that you can also play with.
Yeah.
I imagine it would make every game feel like a celebration.
Bringing people together, creating memories, and celebrating connection.
It is.
The right set can definitely enhance that experience. If you're a frequent player, investing in a high-quality set like the Artisan Butterfly Collection makes sense.
But if you're more of a casual player, maybe a less expensive set would be a better starting point.
Exactly. There's no right or wrong answer. It's all about finding the set that aligns with your needs.
Now, as we move toward the end of our deep dive, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on something.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the practical and aesthetic considerations of choosing a Mahjong set.
We have.
But what about the emotional aspect? How can a set enhance the overall Mahjong experience beyond the physical elements?
That's a great question. I think the emotional aspect is often overlooked, but it's so important. A well-chosen Mahjong set, it can become like a really cherished possession,
Oh, yeah.
almost like a family heirloom.
I love that.
You know, it holds those memories of countless game nights, the laughter, the friendly competition, all the stories.
Like those well-worn board games that families bring out year after year.
Yeah.
Each scratch and dent telling a story.
Precisely. And even just the act of setting up a beautiful Mahjong set,
Yeah.
carefully arranging the tiles,
Yeah.
that can be a ritual in itself.
It is.
Creates a sense of anticipation and excitement for the game.
For sure. I've even noticed that some people have like special cloths
Oh, yeah.
that they use to cover their tables or unique ways of displaying their scoring sticks.
Totally.
It's like they're creating this sacred space for Mahjong.
It's about transforming a simple game into a meaningful experience. And when you invest in a set that you truly love, it shows.
It does.
It communicates to your fellow players that you value their company and the time you're spending together.
Like you're setting the stage for a memorable evening.
Right.
And then all those memories, they just become woven into the fabric of the set itself.
They do.
Years later, you might pick up a tile
Yeah.
and instantly recall a specific game night or a funny moment or a particularly clever play.
It's amazing how objects can hold so much emotional weight.
They really can.
And I think that's what makes choosing a Mahjong set so much more than just a practical decision.
Right.
It's about finding a set that will become part of your personal story, something you'll treasure for years to come.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listener with one final thought.
Okay.
As you're browsing through GammonVillage's collection,
Yeah.
trying to decide which set is right for here. You remember this. It's not just about the tiles or the case or the pushers.
Right.
It's about the memories you'll create, the connections you'll forge, and the legacy you'll build around the Mahjong table.
Beautifully said. Choose a set that speaks to your heart, reflects your style, and inspires you to create your own unique Mahjong story.
Yeah.
And most importantly, have fun.
Happy Mahjonging, everyone.